The Buffalo Bills will play one of the biggest games of the regular season on the road in Cincinnati against a Bengals team that has an outside chance of overtaking the Bills to get that #1 seed in the AFC. A win means the Bills just need to beat the Patriots next week to secure that top spot, which would mean a first-round bye and home field advantage throughout the playoffs. A loss means Buffalo will need some help next week in order to avoid a first-round playoff game. So this is a big one. Kick off a little bit later than usual at 8:30 tonight because of a bowl game on ESPN earlier in the day. Joining us live right now to get us set for kickoff is our Bills and NFL insider, Vic Carucci. Vic, always appreciate you coming in. As we take a look here at the playoff picture in the AFC, again, it's showing Buffalo at #2 just because we haven't played yet this week. But walk us through how important this game is and how important it is to get back to that #1 spot because of what comes with that.
It's really, a fascinating setup here with the cluster at top, and that being, of course, the Bills with Kansas City and Cincinnati. And the Chiefs' win against Denver just cranked up the pressure on the Bills and the Bengals, but especially the Bills, because the Bills do hold that head-to-head edge over the Chiefs, but they've got to also maintain at least a tie with them record-wise. So that ramps up the importance of winning this game tonight. And I think if you ask the Bills, they think it's vital to make sure they get that top seed. It does come with a bye, which is key, one fewer game to play in the postseason, but especially playing at home. And when they trace their exit from the postseason the last 2 years, of course, both times ended in Kansas City.
Yeah. Joe Burrow and Josh Allen are two of the best quarterbacks in the game. And so, Vic, even people who don't care about these two teams are going to be watching this game because it's just going to be fun to see these two go head-to-head. What separates the two of them in your mind?
Well, the talent level is great on both sides. And I think for sure the Bills are facing in Burrow as good a quarterback as they'll see all season. But the Bengals are facing a great one in Josh Allen. What separates them to me, they both have extraordinary ability to throw the football, to throw it well, to put up a lot of yards passing. I do expect that to happen. But Josh Allen has that extra thing. He can run, and that's not Burrow's game. Burrow is a stay in the pocket, get in a groove, find a rhythm kind of quarterback. When he does that, he's ultra dangerous. Josh is ultra dangerous doing that, but also on the move, and then just purely running the football, running over, around, and through guys, of course, gives him that dimension.
Or leaping over them.
Or leaping over them, yeah.
So, Burrow might be the best quarterback the Bills defense faces all season, give or take a Patrick Mahomes. What will be the strategy to try to deal with Burrow tonight?
Yeah, and of course it ties into the fact that he's got some weapons to throw to. Jamar Chase, you've heard that name, one of the best receivers in the league. T. Higgins, another guy that he'll be throwing the football to. And these are the guys that the Bills secondary have to plaster themselves to and make Burrow hesitate just through coverage. That's one thing. And then, of course, get the pass rush going. No Von Miller, but the Bills have still been rushing the passer well. I think it's particularly important tonight for those interior guys, Ed Oliver, Jordan Poyer, Daquan Jones, to get the pressure up the middle and force Joe Burrow to get off those sweet spots that he has where he sets up to throw. He knows exactly where to set up and throw. If you get him off the mark, so to speak, that helps force him into an error or two.
I'm almost out of time, Vic, but if you believe the odds makers, these two teams are pretty evenly matched. You look for any advantage you can get, right? You think about the importance of turnovers, and what are the other X factors that you think the Bills need to focus in on to get over the top?
Yeah, I think they are the special teams, and I think it's Tyler Bass, Mr. Money, when it comes to those kicks, especially the long ones. And then you got Nyheim Hines as a return man who could break the game open with. So I think it's going to be one of those types of plays in a game this close that could make the difference, Michael.
Vic Carucci, always appreciate you coming on. You'll hear from Vic and Adam Benini, who is, of course, live in Cincinnati. That's coming up in a special edition of Sports Talk Live tonight at 7:30. We'll see you then, Vic. Thank you.
Okay, thank you.